You don't make money, you get fired. You do make money, you get fired. Yeah. I mean, that's actually just the way it works these days in the gaming industry. I did not know it hit Turn 10 so hard. Yeah, Forza Motorsport developers Turn 10 will lose more than 70 employees. Which apparently is nearly 50% of the studio, according to the others. Alright, so let's just get into it. We're tiptoeing around it. Let's actually dive in with both feet. Today, it was announced that Microsoft is closing a lot of studios. Well, closing some studios and doing wide layoffs, estimated 9,000 layoffs. This includes shutting down The Initiative. Notably, they were working on the Perfect Dark game, which was like a flagship title that Microsoft was really enthusiastic about. They were always waving the foam finger about how great Perfect Dark's gonna be. The Initiative was billed as like their premier developer. They're gonna come out here and they're pumping bangers. These guys are making fucking Michelangelo masterpieces. Quadruple A doesn't even begin to encompass the level of quality they're gonna fucking deliver. So they put a lot of eggs in that basket. I think it was 7 years in development for this Perfect Dark game. Today they announced it's dead. They also canceled Everwild, which is the Rare project. Rare's been getting shafted hard. Rare's been taking more dick from Microsoft than fucking Bonnie Blue. And then also a couple of other projects they also canned. So it was a pretty big day in terms of Microsoft efficiency. All they do these days is gluttonously buy up companies, billions of dollars worth buying companies, only to never release games with those companies and instead just shut them down. It is craziness. It's insanity, is what it is. Like, I do not even understand what the business plan is. Why buy the studios if you will never release the games and just fire the developers? Thank God they bought Blizzard and Activision. Oh, Blizzard and Activision better be sleeping with one eye open. They're not safe. They're not safe. They'll probably shut them down in 2 years. Like, you've made us too much money. Goodbye. You're going straight to Valhalla. Enjoy an early grave. Cucks. Like, it's unbelievable how much of a joke Xbox has become. It's their IP to sit on. Yeah, exactly. So, like, apparently, I want to look at this myself. Apparently, people are saying Perfect Dark never actually had gameplay to showcase, and it's all fake. I remember they showed gameplay, and it looked really cool. But maybe it is fake. Let's go back and take a peek. This is from their showcase in 2024.
Your target is in possession of a radioactive device. Stop Carrington's attack at all costs. Good luck, Agent.
Looks like Mind's Eye. That's very unfair. Nothing can compete with Mind's Eye.
I could see the world differently.
I will say, that is very Mind's Eye, though.
Any other mission. I was wrong.
Welcome to Garden City, where it's a pleasant 23 degrees all day, every day.
How far to his last known location?
Local forces are also tracking his whereabouts. You need to find him before they do.
I'll have to improvise.
Generating voice print.
So far, there's nothing that really makes me, like, feel like it's super fake. The movement looks very unnatural, though.
We are getting odd readings from your monitor. Can you confirm?
I'm looking at the screen right now.
Our intel places Carrington on the second floor.
On the life we think we know turns out to be a lie. There's only one way forward. Find the truth.
There is a ton of cuts, though, as well. Maybe it is fake. But I mean, they were in development for 7 years. Do they really have nothing they could showcase?
Analyze. What am I looking at here?
Carrington appears to be targeting a research facility. If he attacks it, the casualties could be astronomical.
Agent Stark, it's a pleasure to meet you. I could use someone with your skills.
I had to lose everything before I could see. What this world was really hiding.
I hope you're ready, Agent Dark.
Are you all seeing this?
Once you open this door, there's no going back.
Well, the door stayed closed forever. The studio's dead now. They killed it. I don't know. It could be fake, could be not fake for the showcase here. I will say, though, that is definitely not, like, actual gameplay. This feels like it was, like, a scripted gameplay showcase. But for 7 years of development and so many millions of dollars, I have to imagine they had something close. I'm sorry to hear that, Leon. Hopefully it gets better for you. But yeah, it's just one of the studio shutdowns. They've made this a habit. Microsoft does yearly big sweeping shutdowns of so many of their gaming studios that they've acquired over the years. This is one of their biggest ones, one of their biggest, I guess, like, bombs they've dropped here with how many people are now out of a job. It's very interesting. They also had a bunch of employees from King Studio, which makes them bank from mobile games. They also laid off a bunch of employees at King Studios, which makes them bank from mobile games. Somehow they keep always having this too. They keep saying this, but it's just not true. Our overall portfolio strategy is unchanged. Build games that excite our players, continue to grow our biggest franchises, and create new stories, worlds, and characters. We have more than 40 projects in active development, continued momentum on titles shipping this fall, and a strong slate headed into 2026. But that's just, like, actual horseradish. That's not true. They don't release almost anything. Like, it's so seldom that you get an Xbox release. You mainly just hear about more studio closures or canceled projects. So that's clearly not the goal or the mission. Thanks for resub, Carrie. There's 5 employees from Halo Studios saying Microsoft is trying to replace as many jobs as possible with AI on Twitter right now and are very unhappy with the quality of their newest project. I could see that. I don't know if that's confirmed or not, but I could definitely see that as a direction Microsoft would go. I feel like Xbox has been killing it with Game Pass and exclusives. Why the hate on it? Brother, what? Why the hate on it? What? Are you... hello? Hello? Is there neurons going on in there? Brother, what? They just shut down so much shit. Like, what? And also, what exclusives? They've had, like, what, 3 big games in the last 2 years? But they usually cancel more games and close more studios than they do releasing projects. I think it's just 3, right? Indiana Jones, Doom, and there was one more that was in my head and I forgot it. But as I've always said, Game Pass is an extraordinary deal. And I think it's actually taking a huge toll on a lot of these studios. I think Game Pass is making it so these studios don't look as profitable or as valuable to the company as they are. There's Gears of War Remastered, Outer Worlds 2, Grounded 2, and Call of Duty for the rest of the year. Is that the rest of their 2025 catalog? That sounds about right. I have no idea, Dev. You're asking the wrong person on that. I doubt it, Leshy. I think they're just a terribly mismanaged company. I did see that DBZ. Yeah, Hi-Fi Rush was a banger, and they shut down that studio. It got brought back, though, if I remember correctly. I can't remember how or who, but Hi-Fi Rush, great game. Everyone loved it. They shut them down. Classic Microsoft move. Everwild is a bad game. You played it? From Rare? One of the most beloved studios of all time. You played it? That's a bad one? What about Forza? Forza's a bad game? Huh. I didn't know they were just shutting down so many bad games. Hi-Fi Rush, one of the most well-reviewed games of its year, was a bad game? Huh. No way they make another console, right? Probably not after the handheld, though. Probably be their last console, would be my guess. The amount of times Phil Spencer does a humiliation ritual about how they failed the console war makes me believe that they're definitely done making that hardware. I don't know how many times I can listen to him talk about how they lost the console wars. They already confirmed another Xbox console when next gen comes. News to me. I didn't see that. Most people don't have any faith in a Microsoft console or in an Xbox console anymore with all the shit Microsoft keeps pulling. It's Windows based and you can have Steam on it at least. Are you talking about the ROG Ally Xbox? Because I was just talking about that. That's the handheld. We're talking about something totally different. I know about that. They revealed that. They have a video on it. Where at? Is it this?
At Xbox, our vision is for you to play the games you want with the people you want, anywhere you want. That's why we're investing in our next generation hardware lineup across console, handheld, PC, cloud, and accessories. I am thrilled to share we've established a strategic multi-year partnership with AMD to co-engineer silicon across a portfolio of devices, including our next generation Xbox consoles, in your living room and in your hands. Together with AMD, we are advancing the state of art in gaming silicon to deliver the next generation of graphics innovation to unlock a deeper level of visual quality and immersive gameplay and player experiences enhanced with the power of AI, all while maintaining compatibility with your existing library of Xbox games. This is all about building you a gaming platform that's always with you, so you can play the games you want across devices anywhere you want, delivering you an Xbox experience not locked to a single store or tied to one device. That's why we're working closely with the Windows team to ensure that Windows is the #1 platform for gaming. The next generation of Xbox is coming to life, and this is just the beginning. We can't wait to show you what's next.
Well, the first wave of what's next just hit today, and man, was it a banger. Those layoffs were hype. It's a shame because I really like the direction they're going with the non-exclusivity shit. I think that is great. But it comes at a cost of them just not making games and shutting all their studios down and gutting teams that are working on good projects. At least we get the Steam and backwards comp. Yeah, I think that's good. I like that. I also wish they just release games too, though. What's the point in buying 1,000 studios if none of them get to make anything? You see Neil Druckmann confirmed he's not working on The Last of Us Season 3. Yeah, I saw that. He's stepping down from it. Most likely he probably got laid off from it would be my guess, but either way, yeah, I saw.